Hey there, Jerry Morant here, and today I was listening to an interview with the author Malcolm Gladwell about his most recent novel, David and Goliath. And one of the points he brought up I thought was quite interesting and wanted to relate to you. He said that it didn't matter what university you looked at, pretty much the bottom third of every class drops out within the first year of starting. And that was quite interesting because he said, the people who get into these elite universities are obviously very smart. They had to have really good grades and had to know how to learn things very well in order just to get into these schools. But once they get there and they look around at their competition and they realize that the people around them are smarter than they convince themselves that they're not smart. Whereas he was saying a different way to look at it would be, why wouldn't these people just go to a lesser university, one that's not as elite, and they would remain at the top of the class and do well, and you'd have the great grades and everything because they are intelligent enough to do it. It's just when they get into a pack with really intelligent people, sometimes they don't just quite cut it as much. So then he went on to say, it's not that you're not intelligent, it's that it depends on who you compare yourself to. Now, the same thing can be said with your home-based business. If you look at how well different people are succeeding, if you look at how many people they have on their downline or how many sales they're making, and you compare yourself to the people who are doing really well, and you look at yourself and say, well, I'm not doing that, so I'm no good, and then you quit. Well, that's not true. What you should be doing is looking at the overall numbers. Look at the industry in a whole. There's a lot of people who fail out of this industry. And it's just those who are persistent and continually doing what it is that they have to do and not looking at the results of the other people around them that end up succeeding in the long run. So keep that in mind if this is something that fits whatever you're doing. Don't compare yourself to others who are doing better than you. Always just look at what you're doing. Look at how well you can do something, and if you're doing it as best you can, then maybe you want to start doing something else into the mix in order to get yourself up to where you want to be. There are a variety of different ways you can do any job in this industry, so find one that matches the way that you like to work and gets the results that you want, and you'll ending up where you want to be. So let me know in the comments what you think about this subject. If you've in the past compared yourself to somebody who is doing much better than you and that put you down and made you think of quitting. Or, if you are doing really well and what you may have done to get there. Someone who could benefit from this, please share it with them and like this if you see fit, and please come back to see my next video. Thanks. Bye.